friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Fortstra. Myself Mudita Bansal. In this video, we are going to solve previous year IBDP paper 1 questions. We will solve 5 questions and the next 5 questions would be in next video. Fortstra, precision learning and powerful results. So contact us for one-to-one tutorials or any doubt solving classes. You can mail me on fortstra.physics@gmail.com or WhatsApp me on this number. Or to book any session with me, you can scan this and DM me on the WhatsApp. A person lifts a total mass of 20 kg through a vertical distance 0.6 meter. The person repeats this lift n times to transfer a total energy of 6 into 10 raised to power 4 joule. So the total energy which is consumed in this work is 6 into 10 raised to power 4. We know that this energy is equal to the work done, and we know that the work is equal to force into displacement. So to find the force, the man is working against gravitational force which is mg to lift the box. So to lift the box, mg is acting downwards and the person has to apply the force which is equal to mg to lift this box by the distance in this case is 0.6 meter. So work done in this case is equal to mass is 20, g is 10 and displacement is 0.6. So work done is 120 joule. Just equate it to energy. So it is happening n times. So the total work done for the n times it would be multiplied by n into n. So the total work done to 120 into n is equal to 6 into 10 is to power 4. And when you solve it, n is equal to upon 20, and when you solve you get 500. So 500 times this process has been repeated. A ball of mass 1.5 kg strikes a force sensor and bounces. The ball experiences a change in velocity of 10 meter per second. The graph shows the variation of with time of the force recorded by the sensor. So this is graph between force and time, and we have to find the delta t, which is the time duration. So we know that impulse is equal to change in momentum. So change in momentum is mass into velocity, change of this. So momentum is mass into velocity and delta is representing the change. So mass is constant, I can take it outside, and this would be the change in velocity. Mass is given which is 1.5 kg and the velocity change is 10 meter per second. And what is impulse? Impulse is the force into delta t, which is the time interval. So from this graph we can find this area to find the impulse. So impulse is half base is delta t and the height is 100 Newton. So when I just substitute it here, so it would be 50 into delta t. So when you solve this, delta t would be equal to 15 upon 50. So it would be 0.3. B is the correct option. A block of glass of mass 5 kg and temperature 30 degree is brought in contact with block of asphalt of mass 20 kg and temperature 75 degree. The specific heat capacity of the asphalt is twice that of glass. No energy is transferred to the surrounding. What is the final temperature of two blocks? So there is two blocks. One is of glass which is 5 kg and 30 degree temperature, and the another block of asphalt having mass 20 kg and the temperature is 75 degrees centigrade is brought in contact. When it would be in contact, there would be heat transfer and no heat transfer in the surrounding. So I can write that this temperature would rise because it is at higher temperature. So the heat flow from the asphalt to the glass. I know this formula that Q is equal to mc. C is the heat capacity into delta T. Delta T is the temperature change. For the glass, I can write mass of the glass is 5 kg. Specific heat capacity of the glass into temperature change. So its temperature I can write T minus 30 degree. So this is heat gained by the glass, and heat lost by the, this is gained, and heat lost by the asphalt would be mass into heat capacity of asphalt, because the temperature dropped to 75 minus T in this case. So this is the heat lost by the asphalt. So equating this, and we just substitute it here. So it would be 20 into 2 of C glass into 75 minus T, and in this side C glass T minus 30 would be equal to this. So when you solve it, it would get cancelled and it would be 4 times. So it is 8 times of 75 minus T would be equal to T minus 30. So it would be 9T is equal to 600 plus 30. When you solve it, it would be 630 upon 9, it's T. And you solve it further, it would be 3 times, it is 3210. So it is 70 times. So temperature is 70 degrees centigrade. D is the correct option. A solid mass gains energy at a constant rate until it reaches the liquid phase. Okay. The specific heat capacity of the solid phase is greater than the liquid phase. Which of the graphs shows how the temperature of the mass varies with time? So in this question, a solid mass is there and it is receiving heat Q at a constant rate, and it is converting to liquid. So first its temperature would rise, and after reaching at its certain point, which is its melting point, it starts melting. So entire heat would be consumed to change its phase. So at this point the temperature would be constant. Temperature would be constant. After the liquid phase is achieved, the entire solid would be converted to liquid. Then the again temperature would rise. Temperature rise because this liquid would now heat up. So the specific heat or capacity of the solid phase is greater. So in this case, C of solid is greater than C of liquid. And we know Q is equal to mc. C is the specific heat into change in temperature. So from this equation, Q is constant, mass is given which is fixed. So I can write that C is inversely proportional to change in temperature. Or I can write that C, if the solid heat capacity is greater, so I can write that the change in temperature in the solid would be less than the change in temperature in liquid. It means that the slope of temperature and versus time, so slope would be less steeper, and because this slope is representing the temperature change. Okay, so this slope is less, and for the solid as compared to the slope for liquid. For the liquid it is more. So let's see this slope, and this is the slope. So this slope is more, it is more. So this is not a correct answer. And if you see, it is more steeper, and this is less slope. This is having less slope, and then constant temperature. Temperature is constant during the phase change, and then the temperature rising, but with the greater slope in the liquid. So this is the correct option, and C and D is the incorrect because it is not having the constant temperature line. Next question, 3 statement about Boltzmann constant Kb are: Kb has the unit of joule per Kelvin. Kb is equal to ratio of gas constant upon Avogadro number. Kb is the ratio of average kinetic energy of the particle upon temperature of the gas. So we know, yeah, this second one is correct, that Kb is defined as the ratio of gas constant upon Avogadro's number, and that's why it has the unit of joule per Kelvin. So first and second is correct, and the third is incorrect. This is not the ratio. So first and second is the correct one. Yeah, A is the correct option. Thank you for watching. Like the video, comment it, and subscribe my channel so that you can be updated on the next post. See you in the next video.